What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So I'm Hunter and this is Bad Bee here. So I ordered some things from ReBadge Designs off the internet, or online as kids like to call it these days. So we got a couple they're little minute detailed graphics for inside the car. It's more for an interior thing. They do a little bit for exterior badges such as the Challenger, the RT logo on the car. But for the most part, they stick to the interior stuff, and they make some cool little things. So as you can see here, this is a Scat Pack shaker. So we've got a Scat Pack for the trim around the steering wheel. We've got a start button with the Scat Pack B on it. This is for your key fob, so we've actually got Bad Bee, which is going to be the license plate of this vehicle. And then we've also got shaker, because as you can see on the car here, it is a shaker. So we're going to go ahead and hop in the car and give you a rundown on how we believe to do this. I couldn't find any exact installation videos online anywhere, but I think I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to do this. So let's get in the car and take a look. Alright guys, so we're in the car now. Like I said, this is from ReBadge Design. This is just the card that comes with your order, and then they send it on this little like mock airbag for your steering wheel. So basically, to get an idea of what this is going to look like, let's go ahead and pull this out of the plastic baggie here. It's really stuck in there. There we go. Alright, so to give you an idea what this is going to look like, it's going to go over this trim right here, and then this shaker badge is going to go in the center over that Dodge logo. The start button down here is going to go right on the start button there, and then Bad Bee is obviously for the key fob. So before we start putting any of this on though, first things first, we're going to go ahead and put this stuff aside, and we're going to start wiping everything off with some rubbing alcohol. So we got our rubbing alcohol here, a couple microfibers for a cloth to use. We're going to go ahead and wet these down. Not too much, but just enough to get a little rubbing alcohol on. Alright, so let's wipe this off, get this clean of any debris or debris. Try to make sure you get as much dirt and grime off of it as possible, just to give it the best possible chance of adhering to that center trim. I watched quite a few different videos of people installing this. I wasn't really sure exactly whether you should remove the center, the silver badging or not. I liked the look of it being removed, and I liked the look of it being completely on there. It's just kind of personal preference, I think it boils down to, and also this thing's kind of hard to pull out of there. As for the Dodge badge, I really don't know of a certain way to take that out, so we're just going to go ahead and make sure this is cleaned off and go ahead and apply the adhesive right over the top of it. So like I said before, this is just going to go right on the top. So let's go ahead and peel this off. It's already got an adhesive backing, so you just peel it off like a sticker. And good to go. Now we just got to get lined up on there as best as we can. That, from what I understand, is the hard part of doing it over the top of the oh, I need some light here, so I'm gonna go ahead and light this up for me. I think I'm gonna position the bottom first, just to give me the best possible chance of getting the rest of it on there correctly. So let's see how that fits. That looks pretty good to me right there. Try to slide this down a little bit. Actually did most of it for me. It wasn't much for me to do. Pull this in a little bit. Make sure you get that toot in there. That is an important part of the installation process. It ensures that you are pushing enough pressure on the decal to hold it in place. I think that looks pretty good there. Let's take a look from all sides here. I mean, I would say it looks good, but y'all have to let me know what you think in the comments below. That definitely feels sticky enough to stay there. I don't think that's going anywhere, actually. So there's the first part of it. Turned out pretty good. So on to the second part here. We're going to go ahead and do that shaker logo right in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more alcohol here on my rag. Go ahead and wipe that Dodge emblem off in the center. Get it nice and clean. Dry it off. Alright, now let's go ahead and peel that shaker emblem off and get that on here. I think this is turning out pretty good. I like the look of this. The red and black works well with this interior color we got going on. We already decided to do red and black on everything else, so it really is turning out pretty cool. Now we're going to go ahead and put the shaker on there. And again, if you do that just right, don't mind the light. It's dark out, it's been raining. I suppose it would help if your steering wheel was straight left and right, but you know, it's all part of the challenge when you're doing this. I think I got that pretty centered on there though. So we're just going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a rub, you know, like you're giving a back rub or something. Make sure you get that toot in there. Lets everyone know that you're putting on some ReBadge designs. Alright, so we got that on there, and I'd say that's the finished product for the steering wheel. Turned out pretty cool. So yeah, so there's the steering wheel. We got that done. I actually, after looking at it, I like the look of it. It doesn't stick out as far as I thought it would. So if you're someone who's worried about how far the actual trim on the steering wheel would stick out as compared to the trim that's already on there, it doesn't. It's actually pretty flush with what the trim already was, so no complaints on that. So only thing we've got left in here now to do is the start button. So this guy's going to go right on there. So we're going to go ahead and clean that off with a little bit more alcohol. And so let's go ahead and put some alcohol on the microfiber here. We're gonna go ahead and clean the start button off. So I don't have the key fob in here because I didn't want to be pushing the start button and having it, you know, go on and off. So don't have the key fob in here, but we got that cleaned off. Alright, let's peel this guy off of here and get him positioned on there. So we're gonna do the best we can to center this on the start button. It's a little bit of a awkward spot to put it. I'd say that's pretty close, because if you put the stop right in the center of the two symbols, yeah, I'd say that's on there pretty good. I'll push it on there. Now remember, it's yelling at us because the key's not in here right now. But yeah, so that's on there, and just make sure you got it on there. You got to make sure you get that toot. Wipe it off one more time. And there we go. Start button is installed. Steering wheel decals are installed. I'd say it looks pretty darn good. So we're gonna go ahead and first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get the get the Bad Bee badge on the Dodge key fob here. So it's not too hard. We're just going to take our rubbing alcohol here and we're going to go ahead and put it onto a microfiber. Get some liquid on there and just clean off that Dodge emblem. Make sure there's no remnants on there. Then we're going to take our dry microfiber here, wipe that off, get that free of debris. Make sure it's dry. Alright, so now it's clean and we're sterile, as the doctors like to call it. We're going to take our Bad Bee here, we're going to peel it off, set the backing aside, and take it and we're going to go ahead and center it on the key fob. And if you do it just right, you can drop it right on there into position. And just like that, then press it down where you got it, where you think it's in the right spot. And once you got it in what you believe to be the right spot, that is it for the install. As you can see there, Bad Bee on the key fob. Used to say Dodge, not Dodge anymore. It is still Dodge, but it's Bad Bee now. Alright, so we got everything installed. As for the interior of the car, it's really come together. Like I said, we've got the red Scat Pack B emblem down there on the start button now. We've got the red trim around the dash and stuff. I'll have another installation video of how to do that trim around all these things. And then now around the steering wheel we've got Scat Pack shaker. I'd say it turned out really good, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any ideas for any future stuff. Thanks for tuning into this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Turn on notifications. You'll get notified whenever I post up new uploads. Should have a couple new things going up soon, especially some how-tos, some installations, that kind of thing. I'll definitely do some reviews on this in about a week or two after it's been out in the sun, it gets hot, and see if it moves around or anything, or if it keeps its adhesive ability to what it's stuck to. So thank you guys for watching. Tune in to the next one, and I'll catch you later.